one scene to another. The original idea that I had was to use a lot of pause features. So, for example, the way that this works is there's multiple scenes that she goes into. The first scene she has, you can't quite see it correctly, but there's 4 doors that eventually get unlocked. Right now they're blocked by bushes. That's supposed to be a rock later on. And the water's supposed to be there. That's supposed to be a rock. So she has to go through them in certain orders. The first one that she goes to is the south one. This game, with the time that I have, I'm just going to fully complete the south area. But the way that this works is through use of a lot of actors. So, for example, Gate 1 South, I've recently edited this, has first just the gate image itself, but then also the background of the same area, so that what happens is she goes in, then it looks like she's going fully in, not just like she's going partway in, so not just so she's touching it, because what I originally had was just a block right here on the actual thing, which was a teleporter, or she would just touch this and it would be a teleporter, but it was too big and it didn't look good. That's just a placeholder. What actually teleports her is this, which is an invisible bar that's placed underneath it. On the actual scene it's placed, well, when she runs into it, it changes her location, attribute location, which I'm using to ensure that certain parts of the game, of the plotline, go properly, so that the game doesn't screw some things up with some situations, and then changes scene to south. I'll talk more about why I need that attribute location later, but just so you can see, the way it's set up is, this is here, right? And then this is here. Or that's something called first time, which is there for a completely different reason. Hang on a second. That's something entirely different. That's Gate 1 South. That's first time, which is used for part of the plot, which I'll explain later. That's the main character. I moved her there for different reasons. Hang on a second, I can't find it. Okay, here it is, I found it. It's right at the bottom there, as you can see. So then when you put it back, since it's invisible, what happens is something like, this may take a minute, this. She goes in, she goes down, and then she moves to another scene. Yeah, that's useful. So then I have yet to set it up on the other one, but then she goes here, and she starts off in the middle of the board, which is up here. This is another bit of what I did the second day. First of all, creating the health bar, which I've yet to properly program, but this health bar, and making these animations, while I'm at it, why don't I show you how this health system works? The blue bar is the original feature. What I'm going to program eventually, once I get around to it, is a attribute which starts at a number, specifically 24, and every time the main character runs into an object which injures her, such as fire or, I don't know, spike, something like that, it's instructed to do -1 on the attribute scale and to switch the image from the full bar to, say, this, then this, then this. So as you can see, it eventually goes down to being in the red, to being in the really red, to being dead. At which point the main character would the player would then have to, of course, restart the game. I made something similar for Magic just in case I'm going to use that. I don't know if I will yet, but for now, that's all some cool features that I made. Enjoy.